Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, and this is a slightly different Friday video than what you're probably used to. Yes, I am showing a one-off video, but it's a one-off video of the game I've been making for the past 2 weeks. See, by the time you're watching this on Friday, in case you're watching it when the video actually comes out, that's the Friday when the deadline for AdventureJam 2008 is upon us. And that means everyone has to release their games, however finished they may be. It is currently Wednesday of the same week as I'm recording this, and I'm almost nearly done with the game. And I'm as done to the point where I feel somewhat confident in showing it to you, and hopefully convince you to go and download it, and perhaps even vote. I mean, wouldn't that be a pleasure? So, a lot of, I was going to say sleepless nights, but a lot of very, very late nights these past 2 weeks, and this is what we've got to show for it. I'm not going to show all of it, I'm just going to show most of it, and then I'll show you a bit of behind-the-scenes stuff and such. Anyway, today was a special day for Jessica Marguerite. She awoke with a smile on her face as the morning sun shone through her window. Tomorrow was the day of the annual Ramp Festival at the local Richwood High School. Little note on that. When I had this idea for the game, for some reason in the back of my head it said this game should be set in the state of Virginia. So I actually wrote my friend Jess Morissette, the Decaf Jedi, Roger Wilco's virtual broom closet webmaster and all that. He happens to live in West Virginia, so I asked him, like, what's a typical, like, delicacy, or what's a sort of a food that people would, like, make and then have at the, you know, state fair or the town fair or whatever. And he immediately said, ramps. We've got ramps. They're these very bad smelling, rank fucking onions that grow voraciously over here, and we're just nuts about them. We love these smelly, garlicky, very strong, pungenty fuckers. So we actually have ramp festivals, and so I went on Google and looked it up, and it was just perfect for this game. So that's what a ramp is. It's a very, very stinky onion, like a very powerful onion, which comes in handy later in the game. So anyway, and Richwood is actually a place in West Virginia where they have these ramp festivals. So that part is actually accurate. Most of the game isn't, though, so just wanted to get that in there for a bit of cultural accuracy. And that meant that today, Jessica got to help her mom make her special, award-winning meat and ramp pie. Yes. Oh, look at her. Oh, so cheerful, so joyful. Jessica could already smell her mom's delicious meat pie as she hurried down the stairs. Her mom made the best meat pie in all of West Virginia. I mean, someone's got to do it. And Jessica couldn't wait to get started. Herein runs the game, yes. Look at little Jessica go. Mom, good morning, dear. Did you sleep well? I did, Mom, but it was so hard to fall asleep last night. You always get so excited around Ramp Festival time, honey. It's my favorite time of the year, Mama. Well, you'd best get started helping Mama make her special ramp and meat pie. Yay! We'll need a fresh laid egg, some rosemary, and of course, a nice fresh ramp. I can't do a West Virginian voice, so that's what you get. And when you find each of these ingredients, I'll let you pull the cord. Ooh, the cord. I love pulling the cord. I know you do, honey. Now let's get to work and make the best darn meat pie the state has ever seen, because again, someone's got to do it. Can do, Mama. I'll get on it right away. You be careful, sweetie, and remember, above all, have fun doing it. You know I will, Mama. And we're into the game proper, with some bongos. The music for this game is not done by me, it's done by a very nice man named John, who contacted me a couple of months ago, just sort of out of the blue, and said, hey, I make music, I run a music school, would you like music for your games? Because apparently he thought I made games for a living or something, I don't know. But anyway, I told him no, because I'm a shithead. And I said, no, I like to score my own games. And then, of course, fast forward a couple of months, AdventureJam's coming up, and we've got this very ambitious idea going. And I emailed him and say, hey, remember that you know, your offer saying you wanted to, like, make music for games and such. Yeah. Would you be interested? And he said, sure. So he's actually made this very nice, and it's a lot better than what I could have ever done. I mean, check out the outside music. The outside music is, this some of my favorite. It has sort of a Final Fantasy thing to it. I think it's very nice. Just wait for the strings to kick in. I love this bit. So let's just go for a walk, a little spelunky in the forest, as we listen to the nice music. Ooh, look, antlers. Those might come in handy. And a little lake. So peaceful. So serene, isn't it? Yes, all of these things you can mess with. There's gonna be a lot more click eventually. Oh, there you go. Reminds me of Final Fantasy VII the first time you run into Ares. I don't know. That's probably not what he was going for, but I just think it's so serene and so... Well, like I said, we're not gonna solve the entire game. We're just gonna show the game. Just show what it's about. So, let's just solve one puzzle. I mean, you've seen the forest already. Let's solve the chicken puzzle, because we need eggs. So let's have a look. See if the oh no! The chickens haven't laid any eggs. They must be hungry. Mama says chickens need protein to lay eggs. Do they really? Well, there's a hacksaw here. We can pick that up. I'll be able to be careful with this. It's pretty sharp. And let's just hack the fucking chickens to bits. No! I would never do that. The chickens are my friends. Oh well. Chickens need protein to lay eggs, you say? That must involve a bucket. Because a bucket is the most useful thing you can ever have. No, really. Don't know where I might have gotten that idea to put that line in, but anyway. Chickens need protein. Do they really? Well, there's actually a hint for that inside... Wait a minute, what am I talking about? Those books have hints for entirely different puzzles. Let's not look at the books. There's supposed to be a close-up of the books anyway, so those haven't been made yet. Well, they've been made by the time you're watching this video. Hopefully. I'm supposed to make those. So anyway, what we do need is a bottle of molasses. There's only a tiny bit left. I'll take it anyway. And that's really about it. So, here we go. And now we go fill the bucket with water. Now there is a hint for this puzzle. I do remember what the hint for this puzzle is. Let me just fill the bucket up real quick. Sloshy sloshy. That should have a sound effect. Probably should make a note of that. And let's go to the cow field. Now here are some grasshoppers. See? Look, grasshoppers. Grasshoppers are full of protein. Maybe the chickens would like some grasshoppers to eat. My uncle and I used to catch grasshoppers in the summer. Hint, 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 hint. Oh, can't just catch them with my bare hands. My uncle and I used to fill a container with water and something sweet and just leave it out in the grass. The grasshoppers would jump into the container and then they'd all drown. I thought that was cruel, but my uncle says it's okay because grasshoppers can cause all sorts of trouble with crops. Can they really? Now see, WikiHow has done a lot of the research for me on this game, and there's also a puzzle involving cow dung, which also involved a bit of research. Now most of this does rely a bit on magical stuff happening, but some of it is grounded in reality. For instance, this method of catching grasshoppers is actually, according to, I think it was WikiHow anyway, one of the most effective ones. You just dunk molasses into water. This should be perfect to catch those grasshoppers. Oh, the bottle of molasses is empty now. I'll just throw it away. One bit of molasses to 10 bits of water, something. You just mix it together, plonk them down in the grass, and then the grasshoppers all just leap into the bucket. Wow, that worked. The grasshoppers all jumped into the bucket. Oh, they all drowned. Well, that's okay, because chickens wouldn't eat live grasshoppers. So yeah, that's actually how to do it. I would imagine it takes longer than just a few seconds for them to hop in and drown, but anyway, again, magical reality. Actually, the whole game is sort of based on a cute little dream that I had. I mean, this is really a wholesome, family-friendly game. Please don't play this game with your family, especially younger kids. I'm just saying right now. But no. Let's just feed the nice grass. Here you go, and here you go. And don't worry, I didn't forget about you. Wow, they really love that. The chickens look very happy and well fed now. Now I just have to wait for them to lay an egg, and you do that by, well, we can try and collect an egg. Just say, well, we fed the chickens, but they haven't laid any eggs yet. Maybe I just need to give them some privacy. It's a simple matter of just leaving the screen and then coming back. You know, like any species on Earth, chickens need privacy to do their business. Second question, whoa, there's an egg in there. Hey, I should go give this egg to Mama. Then you scoot on over, scoot like the wind, little girl, little Jessica, because then we get to pull the cord. Yes, this is very exciting. Give this to Mama. Mom, I found an egg. Excellent work, honey. Oh, it's a perfect egg. Thank you so much. He's suddenly turned British. You know what that means, right? Oh, I get to pull the cord? You do indeed, honey. Yay! And Mama will watch you as you pull the cord. Now, of course, your first instinct is to break this game. You try and leave it. No, I have to pull the cord first. All right, fine. I'll go up to Jessica's. No, I have to pull the cord first. All right, I will pull the cord. Whee! That's a good girl. Okay, so now you get sort of an idea what this game is. We have 2 more ingredients to find, and every time you find an ingredient, you get to pull the cord. And you hear that weird flushing sound. Now, what could that flushing sound be? And what's with the locked door in the basement and the key to the boiler room hanging right there that you can't pick up because Mom says I'm not supposed to go down there? I often wonder what's down there, but Mom says it's dangerous. What indeed could be down there? Well, you'll have to find out. By the time you're watching this video, there should be a link in the description for you to go and watch, not just watch, actually play the game, and hopefully leave it a rating, because I'm not just begging for ratings here, although I kind of am, but the more ratings the game gets, I don't care if it's 5 stars or 1 star, please give it at least somewhere in the upper echelon so people, I mean, bottom line, the more ratings they get, the more attention it gets to the judges, and maybe the judges will play it. And our goal with this game is to freak out a certain Mr. Francisco Gonzalez, who is on the judging panel for today's Adventure Jam 2018, or this year's, actually. And that is basically the entire reason why we made this game. And I say we, because in addition to me and John, who composed the music, and I did the writing and the scripting and the story and such, but major credit goes to Also Monster, or Amberly, who drew all this magnificent graphics. Now you'll probably, and I saved this little tidbit for last because in a minute I'll show you why it's a very, very good, fortuitous thing that I got Amberly to draw the graphics for this game, because as you're about to see, the game used to look very different. Notice something different? Yeah. These are the placeholder graphics that I drew for the game. This is what the game looks like if it would have looked like if I'd had my way with it. Basically, this is a prototype that I built. The first thing we did was to essentially get the story down. The story had already been planned out in advance. It's actually based on a little dream/nightmare I had, as are most good ideas, I feel. I don't know why I was an 8-year-old girl in the dream, but that's for my psychologist to figure out if I ever get one of those. Anyway, that was all planned out in advance, and then I spent the first weekend, because it's a 2-week game jam, I spent the first weekend coding up and drawing this little prototype. For some reason the music is in there, so this is prototype version 2, which also means that you can technically finish the game. And this was really done just so that we can have a, you know, all the game logic in place and all the hotspots and all of that. So I wouldn't have to, you know, wait for art to come in and then do all the programming, because that would have just caused too much stress. So we had the entire, all the game logic in place so Amberly could start, because you're not allowed to start drawing until the game jam starts. So all the game logic in place at the start. This is a very nice hacksaw. This is a very nice bucket. And these little blobs of shit are supposed to be chickens. You'll notice the font is pretty useless. Poor little Jessica here doesn't even have a walking animation. She's just gliding all over the room. That's supposed to be a garden hose. Not really sure about that. And that's a cow, in case you couldn't tell. Let's go meet the cow. I am not an artist. Even Jessica's just looking at the door. Can I leave now? The monster is scaring me. Alright, we'll leave. Let's go and have a look at the kitchen. Let's go have a look at Mom's kitchen. Good times in the kitchen. Yeah, Mom's changed a bit. For one, she doesn't turn around, and second, she seems to be wearing marshmallows on her feet. So, there's that. The oven's kind of moved around, and the font is completely unreadable. So that's always fun. And the door's down here. So as you can see, this is much less interesting looking game. However, I do plan to put an Easter egg in the game to show you, so you can actually walk around these screens for reasons I can't really fathom. And very benevolently of Amberly, she actually took these as sort of inspiration and kind of drew over them, mainly so I wouldn't have to move everything around, move all the walkable areas and the hotspots and all of that, move them around too much. So it was a very streamlined process. All we had to do was simply just import the new backgrounds over the old ones, and Bob was your fucking uncle. Just move a couple of spots around, and that was it. But anyway, this is the prototype, and this is the old inventory. Amberly had already drawn the inventory graphics at this time. At this point, I can see that. So that's good. There's no save, there's no load, there's nothing. Nothing at all. And the font is, again, unreadable. So anyway, that's it. Maybe I should just switch back to the actual game. Yeah, those are antlers. They look like a bear trap, but screw it. And this is supposed to be water. Glad Amberly actually picked up that this was supposed to be water and not a cliff that you could sort of leap off of, or a large crevice, or whatever. Let's switch back to the real game. Much better, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that's really it. This is Ramp It Up. It's on Game Jolt. Please give it a vote, and you can come and talk to me and John and Amberly in the SQH Discord. We would love to hear what you think of this game, because we all thought it was a fun idea, the whole premise being to freak out Francisco Gonzalez. Really hope that is possible. John made an excellent soundtrack, Amberly made some fucking gorgeous graphics, and I wrote things. And this does look like a very cutesy, family-friendly game, but I'm just saying it right now. Don't play this game with your kids. Really. I mean, if you do, that's on you. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please tell me what you think of the game. You can tweet at me at SQHistorian, or you can hop on the SQH Discord. There's a link to that in the description as well. Go have fun, and go vote for this game. And of course, play all of the other Adventure Jam games, because Adventure Jam is so much fun, and I've seen screenshots of some of the things that are coming out today when you're watching this, or on Friday when I'm recording this. Anyway, things are looking spectacular. Every year, they just get better and better. So, Adventure Jam 2018, yay! I am seriously overdue for some sleep now. So, like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do. Do leave me a comment, because I love them, and I think I might have done my intro twice now. I can't remember. Can't remember my own birth date at this point, but I will see you around the Chrono Stream.